Hi there, my name's Karen from Kushala Yoga. In today's meditation, we'll be working to cultivate a quality or an attitude of compassion. Compassion is when we align our mind and our bodies and our hearts towards something or someone or ourselves that we know to be suffering. And we do this without discrimination. So what does that mean? Really, three things. So one is that when we witness suffering in something or even in ourselves or someone, that it can come with an air of judgment, that someone got what was coming to them, or I deserved that. So when we practice compassion, we release that judgment and instead we bring our heart to the matter and really connect to it. Also, sometimes it just is easier to ignore where we may find suffering or where we have encountered it, that we kind of push it away. And kind of a close by practice to this is when we feel pity, because pity is pretty similar to compassion, but it happens with the motive to take a few steps back and to separate. So when we're practicing compassion, we are connecting to where we witness suffering, but we're also bringing ourselves to it without discrimination. So in this meditation, we're going to be working with a traditional practice, a part of a traditional practice called Tonglen, and that comes out of the Tibetan Buddhist tradition. It's an extensive practice, and so we won't be doing the whole thing justice just in this one short meditation, but it does give you a taste of the heart of compassion and how it's actually a quality that you can cultivate and that you can practice on your own to bring to the world and to bring into your life. So let's begin. Find a comfortable seat, something steady. And actually, it's just fine to also lie down if you feel more comfortable that way. Once you've found a place that your body feels okay to be still for a little while, you can close your eyes or lower your gaze. Now, in a few moments, I'm going to ring a gong. And so in this opening practice, what I'd like you to do is to bring yourself wholeheartedly to the sound that you hear, the sound of the gong, and to try to be with the sound in the reality of what the sound is, without predicting when it's going to end or its change in vibration. Just really feel what it is. Okay. Let's also take a clearing breath to ground. Inhale slowly. Exhale fully. And close your mouth and let your breath move in and out through your nose. This is how you arrive into your body, into this life. Feel the gentle movement of the breath as an ongoing signal that you're here, and this is now. Your body is like a tree with its roots nestled down into the ground, steady, its trunk and limb and branches rising from the ground, open to the air. Notice that your breath has two main parts, the inhale and the exhale. And we're going to work with these two phases of your breath to begin this Tonglen practice, the practice of compassion. I'd like you to imagine that in the space around you, that the air is quite thick, that it's dark, maybe not quite like air at all, but more like a tar kind of liquid. Moves slowly, kind of viscous. So when you breathe in, that is what you're breathing in. But when you exhale, it changes into something light and clear. So when you inhale, you're breathing in the compressed darkness. But when you exhale, it's open and it's light. So take a few breaths to tune in to this practice of bringing in dark and giving away light. When you're just getting used to this practice, it's fine for your breath to get a little bit deeper. This will give you time to connect to the practice. Breathing in darkness, compression. Breathing out spaciousness, what is light. When you breathe in the darkness, I'd like you to feel you're breathing it right into your heart, that your heart gets a little bit bigger for it. And then when you exhale, exhaling out lightness and brightness, you're giving away love. Inhaling what is dark right into your heart, and exhale to give back something good. As you keep breathing in this way, you'll find that your heart has an openness and lots of room to hold what you're breathing in. And by breathing out what is light and love, that you're not losing a thing. When you breathe in, you're breathing in the qualities of suffering And when you breathe out, you're breathing out compassion. So bearing the suffering as it arises and giving back compassion. You have the strength and the courage to do this. Find that from this practice, or perhaps just from memory or in the direct experience of the moment, that there can arise feelings of suffering in yourself. The practice can trigger it, or just by being still, by meditating, often we'll land on these things. So if this happens for you, try to take this practice directly to the suffering that you feel, whether it's big or small. Breathing in the darkness, the reality of the suffering, and breathe out compassion towards what you feel. Let your heart be open to whatever the circumstance. No one, no thing, not yourself even, deserves to feel suffering. Your body feels peaceful and your mind clear, your heart open, then turn this practice to the vast open space of this world with no boundaries, even beyond the limits of what is this earth. That you can breathe in suffering, that there's space, and breathe out compassion. That you matter. Through this practice, your heart announces that I am here with you, that you are not alone, and that we bear this together. Thank you for your practice.